Welcome to In the Field. I'm at the AGIC conference in Melbourne. AGIC is the premier conference event for the grains industry, and this year it's attracted over 930 representatives from all sectors of the value chain. It's been a great program. There's been some excellent talks, and some of the issues that have been raised at the conference, which is I guess of interest to everybody, is how do we improve the productivity and profitability of the grains industry. One of the sessions, for example, interviewed a couple of CEOs involved in the value chain, and they highlighted the importance of everybody making a profit in the value chain and acknowledged that if growers aren't making a profit, then nobody will be making a profit. And I guess that's really important, and the work we do in GRDC is critical to ensuring that we improve both productivity and profitability of grain growers to keep the grains industry really vital. The conference also gives me an opportunity to report to industry some of the outcomes of research that we've achieved over the last 12 or so months. And there's a couple that I highlighted in my presentation today. The first one was the release of a new mung bean variety for the northern part of Australia, a variety that's been named Jade AU and was officially released at the Summer Grains Conference in June this year. The thing about the new mung bean variety is it has 10% increase yield over its predecessor, Crystal, and it also has good resistance to tan spot and powdery mildew. It means an extra $63 per hectare to growers just from changing a variety. Mung beans also save a lot of fertiliser in the rotation and can increase cereal yields by anything up to 10% in the following crop. And this new variety may well mean that mung beans no longer are perceived by growers as a sequencing option and may well become a mainstay summer crop for growers in the northern region of Australia. The second R&D activity that I highlighted was some work that we're doing on fertiliser management. Fertiliser costs are an incredibly large part of most people's programs, and getting the right fertiliser application rates and recommendations is critical. Through a program called Better Crop Decisions for Cropping, we have put on the web the outcomes of over 5,000 trials and a tool which allows growers to interrogate those trials to determine the right fertiliser mix for their location and their soil type. And finally, in my presentation, I was able to highlight the work that we've been doing with the Victorian government to establish one single national Australian gene bank. Having this germplasm in one centre is critical to ensure that our Australian breeders can breed the varieties that Australian grain growers will need for the future to deal with issues like climate change and pests and diseases that emerge. And finally, on a sadder note, this is the last AGIC conference that Keith Perrott will be attending as the GRDC chairman. Keith has made an enormous contribution to GRDC over the last 6 years. He has enormous passion for the industry, but he also has passion and commitment for the role that R&D can play to take the industry forward. On behalf of grain growers and on behalf of the industry and also on behalf of researchers, I'd like to thank Keith for the effort that he's put into GRDC over the last 6 years. So that's all from the Grains Conference here in Melbourne today. Good luck with the season, and I wish you all really good, strong spring rain so we get another good crop. Thank you.